go. So you can have blocks or a bolster under your hips. You're kind of on your knees, and you can separate your feet out a little bit if that feels okay for a little internal rotation in the knees and hips. If that doesn't feel okay, you keep the feet close together. So it's kind of like a, how does this feel for you? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. One thing, we're going to play today with the theme of like expectations. We tend to have a lot of expectations when we get on our mat about how things should go. We're going to let those go today because things are going to go how they go. So I want you to kind of, as you go through the poses, I don't want you to compare today's triangle to yesterday's triangle. We're just going to kind of be present on the mat and just kind of let it unfold as it wants to without like trapping ourselves. Because I think of expectations as a cage. And there's a saying that the road to suffering is paved with expectations. And I think that's pretty true. Okay, so welcome ladies. My name is Jay. We're going to get started. So hands, palms down on the legs. And I want you just to close your eyes. Close your eyes and just take a moment to kind of adjust to the shape that you're in. And allow your body to relax into gravity and into the props. So between your feet and your legs and the floor, those contact points, you're going to ground. You feel a little bit of heaviness in those places. And allow the hips and the sits bones to sink into the support of the blocks. Just have a sense of awareness of where you are in relation to other objects in the room, the walls, kind of that subtle, low-level proprioception, ESP. Awareness of where your body is in space in relation to other objects in the room. And then start to take all that focus, that awareness internally. And I want you to allow space for the messages from your body to kind of bubble up to the surface. And see if you can listen to those messages, those signals. Maybe from your physical body. What does it need from you today? Your subtle, energetic body. What does it need from you today? Also your mind. What does your mind need from you today? So you can allow those to come up to the mind and honor them and listen. Yoga is a conversation with your body. An important part of any conversation is listening to what is being said. Those deep belly breaths as you're listening in, allowing yourself to expand in every direction, so that just like when you blow up a balloon, the air moves in every direction. Allow your breath to do the same. So you're breathing into the front of the belly, the back, the sides and hips, down into that pelvic bowl, that pelvic floor, and up into the diaphragm. It's a full, open expansion on the inhale. A subtle contraction on the exhale. And using the information that's kind of bubbled up from the body to set your intention today is one option. You can also have a mantra as you move through class. It can be as simple as I inhale and exhale. Thich Nhat Hanh is one of my favorites. I have arrived, I'm home. So just kind of take this time to sort of set an intention or have a mantra to kind of guide you through the class. Sealing that into the body, attention. When you're ready, you're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to allow the chin to come towards the collarbones. Relax the head forward. So you're going to go ahead, take gravity, and feel that stretch in the upper back of the neck. Keeping the chin close to the body, you're going to slowly roll the ear over to one shoulder. And then as you exhale, roll through center over to the other side. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, you can allow the arms to relax by the sides if that feels better in your shoulders, and just move with your breath, your head side to side. And you can play with the position of the chin. So you can lift the chin up a little bit, getting into that sternocleidomastoid muscle on the side of the neck. Also turn up and down at your shoulder. So play with the position of the chin, the head, and you're searching out, going after the tight spots. We all hold a lot of stuff in the back and in the shoulders. So try to breathe and bring space into those places that feel restricted or stuck. Allow this to be an exploration of the neck and the shoulders. Hold with your left ear relaxed towards the left shoulder. In the right hand, you're going to reach it out and turn it where the palm faces up and kind of hook that hand right by your heel or your ankle. You're going to lean away from that. Now a little bit of traction, stretch all the way up that whole right side, right wrist, right arm up into the shoulder. Your chin, your head can be in any position you like. We feel a good stretch. Pulling the chin in and leaning back a little bit is a good way to get into that front of that shoulder. Carefully release that. Kind of roll that wrist a couple of times. And then this time, just relax the arm by your side. You're going to lift the head up and across and let the ears sink to that shoulder. Just move side to side a few times. You can even add a little shoulder dip if you want. Next time we come over to your right side, you're going to hold right here. Try to keep the shoulder, don't pull the shoulder up to the ear, let the shoulder stay relaxed. Hang right here, turn the left hand palm out and then hook it around the heel or the ankle and just traction away from that hold right here. Breathe into the tight spaces, the tight spots. And slowly release that hand. And you're going to bring your head side to side a few more times. And then come to center, head frames between the shoulders. You're going to take your hands and touch your shoulders. And we're going to roll the shoulders right here with your hands on your shoulders. So I want you to take your shoulders and just move those elbows in a big circle. And you can kind of open the chest when they go back and exhale and kind of make a little C. So add a little cat-cow motion with the shoulders. And I want you to go, maybe about 3 times one way and then reverse the direction of the circle. And then last time you're going to hold them to the side and move forward and to the side a couple of times. Last time, hold them to the side, pull the shoulder blades in towards the spine, open up, look up. And slowly close up the throat, bring the chin forward, release the hands down. So we're going to come forward off of the blocks. So set your blocks off to the side for a minute. Set them up to the side, and so you're going to stay right here with your hands on the ground in front. So you're still kind of in a child's pose with your hips back. And we're going to do a little core work right here. So from here, you're going to have your hands in front, spread the fingers, make sure you've got a lot of a grip with the finger pads. So from here, you're going to pull the belly button to the spine and just lean forward where the shoulders are over the wrists and pull the knees up in towards the body. And then slowly exhale, lower. Take the hips back and look towards the front of your neck. We're going to do that a couple more times. So shift forward, lift the knees, pull them into the body. Lower them carefully down, and a little shift back. One more time. Rock forward, lift those hips, and exhale and lower down. Now we're going to add on. I'm just getting stuff out of the way so I don't be sailing with Julie's head. Okay, now we're going to add on a little bit. So this time you're going to come forward again, lift the knees. And this time you're going to drop the left knee only. Extend the right leg back, turn it to the side. Line up the left hand, left shoulder, and reach that right arm up. And then exhale, thread the needle, reach it across the body. And inhale, open it. One more time here. Hold it up. You can turn the palm behind you. Drop that arm down the back, kind of reaching the top of that hand around the opposite waist. Going for a bind. If you want to add balance, lift that back leg. Carefully release that hand from the back up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down, keep the back leg up. Pivoting into your tabletop with that right leg up. You're going to slowly come forward, chin or forehead down if it feels better on your neck. Inhale, push back up. And exhale, bring that knee in. So we're going to move right into that series on the other side. So palms down from here. You're going to press into the tops of the feet, pull the knees into the body, lift. Exhale, right knee down. Left leg extends back. Line up the right wrist with the right shoulder. Left hand up. Spin around so I'm facing you guys. And from here, you can go for that bind. You can turn the palm behind. Oh yeah, we did the thread the needle, sorry. So reach across and open up. Julie's the other half of my brain today. And then reach across. Inhale up. Last. Then you can hold, reaching up. Right here, if you want to go for the bind, turn the palm, reach it behind. And if you want to lift the back leg for a little balance challenge, that's fine too. Breathe. Inhale, release that hand from the bind if it's there, up. Exhale, both hands down, keep the back leg up. Pivoting into your tabletop with that left knee lifted from here. Slowly lower chin or forehead to the floor. Hold right here, lifting that back leg up. Slowly on an inhale, lift. Lower that back knee. And go ahead and come into your tabletop this time. So tabletop. Once you get in your tabletop, turn the right fingers around to face behind you. Right wrist is forward. So just the right fingers are pointing towards your right knee. Left fingers are pointing to the front of the mat. From here, knees are about hip width apart. You're going to inhale into your cow. Tailbone lifts, crown of the head lifts. And exhale for cat. Belly button to spine. Releasing the head forward. Pushing with the left hand. Mat away. Inhale back to cow. Exhale. One more time. This time as you exhale to cat, lean slightly back. If it feels okay in that right forearm, stretching that right wrist a little bit. From here, a tiny shift, side to side, getting into different parts of the wrist. If this really bothers your wrist, skip it. Back to center. Carefully peel that hand up. Open and close that hand. Kind of wiggle out those fingers. Roll out that wrist. And then from here, plant the hands. Take the knees wide. A child's pose. Come all the way down into that child's pose. Forehead can rest on the mat or on your hands and arms. If you still want a little bit of movement, you can kind of tilt the hips to one side and then the other. You can roll the head along the bones of the hand or the mat. So stillness or movement, it's a yogi's choice. Coming back to center, allowing a little stillness for 3 Sushumna breaths. So imagine there's a weight ball of energy at the base of your spine. And your breath, as you inhale, pulls that white ball of energy all the way up the spine, moving through those energetic channels, any blockages along the spine. Then your exhale is going to move that ball of energy back down the spine. Imagine it's pulling out of the body anything that's stuck, stale, and it moves right out of the base of the spine to disperse into the air. And take 2 more Sushumna breaths just like that. Inhaling from root to crown. And exhaling from crown to root. Allowing that Sushumna breath to be a cleansing breath. A shifting breath, moving through the body. And 1 more Sushumna breath. Inhaling from the tip of the tailbone all the way up the spine. Feeling that heat and energy moving all the way up. And that last exhale peels away, levels, layers of stuff in the body that you can let go of. Pulls it all the way out of the tailbone to release into the air. On your next inhale, slowly bring the hands forward and shift forward back into your tabletop again. And this time in your tabletop, move through some cat-cow or any movements you like. So close your eyes, see if you can get the mind to take a back seat and let the instincts of the body take over. And just move and breathe as you wish. You can move from cat to cow. You can, in that cat, tilt the hips back, trying to get out the low back. You can move side to side in any direction, in any way you like. Going after your tight spots. Along the front and back of the spine. You can kind of roll the upper body or the hips like you're rolling along the inside of a barrel. Kind of moving with your breath. Hips can swing. You can really let the hips go to one side, looking over the shoulder, stretching the outside of that hip. And then eventually make your way back to center, back to that tabletop. And turn the left hand around, where the left fingers are facing the left leg, and the right fingers are facing forward. Again, make sure the knees go like they're about hip apart. And from here, you're going to inhale to your cow, tailbone lifts, front, head lifts. And it's a little bit of a traction thing. It's like you're tractioning forward to stretch the front body. And then exhale and curve to stretch the back. Moving back and forth. You can inhale and keep the feet flat, and as you exhale, tuck the toes under. Getting a little bit of stretch in the back, so just play with those subtle little changes. And then back to center. Next time you come through, release the left hand, open and close that hand, roll out that wrist, you kind of shake it out, bring it out. And then last time, knees wide, 1 more child's pose. This time, if you want to change up the arms, you can take them along the legs, kind of hooking the hands around the heels if you like. You can drop the elbows and take the palms together, thumbs go into the back of the neck and the upper back. So you can play with something a little different on this child's pose if you like. And as you're settling into that child's pose, I want you to think about breathing into the back body. As the front is compressed, it kind of forces the air into the back. So breathing into the back of the ribs, the back of the neck, into all the spaces along the back body. Big inhale through the nose, and exhale, sigh through the mouth. All the way out. Again, inhale nose with your belly. Exhale, sigh. All the way out. One more time, big breath in. And exhale, sigh. All the way out. And your next inhale, lift your head. Bring your hands forward, plant your hands. You're going to leave the knees wide, bring the toes under, and keep the heels together. So from here, you're going to kind of push back and lift the knees and kind of warm up those hips a little bit. And then from here, you're going to pull forward and kind of hover knees above the ground, and then open the knees, push those hips back. And one more time, pull forward, push those knees back. Next time, you're going to pull forward and come into a plank. So walk the hands forward, extend the feet back, have them back hip width apart. And from your plank, you're going to inhale up into your downward facing dog, lifting the heels, and then exhale, sink those heels. I want you to kind of roll through a plank. Think about pouring yourself into the plank, and then keeping the knees soft as you push back, lift the hips, and then sink the heels. Roll through a couple, maybe 2 or 3 in one direction. Kind of making your breath and your movement link together. The breath drives the movement. And then reverse that. Start with the legs bent, push through your plank, and then inhale, tip the hips up. Same thing, just reverse that direction. And the next time you come up into your down dog, hold your down dog, get your feet set. And you can pedal out that down dog if you want to press through one heel. Just kind of any warm-up movements, anything you feel like doing. And if you can, take the feet wider in your down dog. And then you're going to shift into one hand, tap the back of your neck, lower that hand and tap the other. So just kind of keeping the hips from moving a lot. Tap. And after about 3 levels, from here you're going to start to step the feet forward, moving into your forward fold. Feet about hip width apart, allow yourself to pour down the legs and the legs. You can tuck your hands into your elbows, rocking forward and back. You can kind of let the hips sway side to side. Hands and arms wherever you like is fine. You can walk the hands forward. Make sure the weight is not way back on the heels. You can play with straightening and bending both legs together. Maybe you do one leg at a time. yourself to keep the weight even between the ball of the foot and the heel. From here, I want you to inhale to a flat back. Once you get in that flat back, a little lift in the tailbone, belly button to spine, and pull the shoulders so that the head and neck have space. Keep that space as you exhale. Pour yourself down the leg again. Keeping the legs, the knees soft. You're going to slowly inhale and roll up. All the way up. When you get up, take the arms overhead. Look up, stretch up. And exhale, palms together in front. So we're going to do our little lean here. So inhale, take the hands up. And you can have the hands shoulder width apart if it feels better or together. But I want you to lean over to one side. Kind of keeping the hips level, come through center. Exhale, other side. So just take your time a couple more times. Just leaning into one side. We don't lean from side to side very much in our daily lives. We tend to get a little short and tight here. One more time, each side. Back to center, look up, reach up. A little tilt in the hips forward and lean back if it doesn't bother your back. And then come up and exhale, palms together in front. Okay, so feet together, big toe mounds together, heels a little bit apart. If you don't like that, you can always put a block between your knees. I just want the knees stable because we're going to do cheer pose with some Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati is that bellows where you're, it's a pumping action with the belly. It's designed to bring heat, warm up the body. So hands together in front in your prayer position. You're going to take an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, hands through midline, sit back in your chair. So make sure you got your belly button pulled in, ribs in. You don't want to overarch the back. You also don't want to tuck the tailbone, so release that tailbone. From here, one more big inhale. And exhale through the mouth. All the way out. And then when you're ready, go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lion's roar. All the way down. From your flat back, inhale halfway. And exhale, lower. Palms together. Take your right elbow outside the left knee and turn to the side. From here, carefully, start to lift the right heel and see if you can step the right foot back, moving into a lunge, same position of the arms. From here, release that elbow from the knee, palms together in front. Inhale all the way up, hands together overhead. Exhale, arms behind. Interlace the hands behind. And press the arms straight. I'm going to give you the option of keeping the back heel up or grounding that back heel. It just depends on your balance. From here, you're going to inhale, look up. Exhale to your humble warrior. Lifting the arms up, shoulder comes inside that knee. Inhale, slowly lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale one more time. And exhale, lower. Drop the back heel if you haven't already, and lower the left shoulder to the left knee. Open up to the side, look over that top shoulder. Inhale, slowly coming up. Release the hands out, warrior two. Now from here, take the back, adjust your feet if you need to. Back hand down the back leg, front hand is up. And then lower elbow to thigh or hand to the floor for that extended side angle. Move in and out of that a few times. Last time, hold it up. Bring those arms back out from the shoulder. Pivot, turning to the side, moving into your goddess. So feet slightly externally rotated. Make sure the knees are tracking with your feet. If you need to turn the feet more forward, you can, but I just don't want your knees kind of drifting in too much. So from here, sinking into that goddess arms, out to the side, palms forward. So from here, you're going to inhale, straighten the legs, reach out. And as you exhale, sweep the hands down to the floor, sinking into your goddess, and then inhale, take them up. And move in and out of that. That's sinking in, warming up those hips, arms overhead. One more time. Sink, inhale, lift. And last time, I want you to hold elbows on the thighs, holding that low goddess. Go ahead and drop your hands to the thighs. Dip one shoulder, look over the other. Center, other side. Back to center, last little hold here. Straighten the legs, take the arms overhead. Then exhale, arms, shoulder width apart, pivot on the feet. Turn back to face the front into that warrior two. From here, soften that front knee, bend it, and windmill the hands forward, coming into your lunge. Lifting the back heel, stepping your front foot back, coming into your plank, hold your plank. Rock on the toes, push back in the heels. Rocking forward and back a few times. And then hold the rock forward, lower all the way up to your back. When you get all the way down, roll the shoulders forward, up and back. And from here, inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale again, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Last time, come up, lift the hands. Take the hands, place the tops of the hands on the back, pull the elbows together, keep those shoulders down. Dip one elbow, pull the other one back, or shoulder, center, other side. Center, dip, center, dip. One more time each side. Back to center, last little hold here. Chin in and down, look right in front of that mat in front of you. You can lift the feet. Release the hands, palms down, lower the feet. From here, forehead to the mat, or actually go ahead and turn your cheek to the mat. Bend the knees, and just let those feet rock side to side. Rounding through the palms, the front body. Lift your head, turn it the other way, and move those feet in a circle. Try to keep that circle nice and slow. Kind of seeing that vata in our mind that wants to move fast. Back to center. Lower the toes, tuck them under, kind of walk the feet and the knees back. Hip width apart. Head comes back to center. Deep breath in. As you exhale, push up and back. Down dog. In your down dog, you're going to lift the right leg up. Down dog split. And from here, knee to nose. Inhale back and up. Knee to elbow. Lift it up. Knee to opposite elbow. Lift it up, and this time stack the hips. Roll that hip open. Circle that foot hip. Lift that leg back up. Reach it up. And this time, pull the right foot to replace the right hand. Drop the left knee. So from here, keep your hands inside that front foot, and you're going to push the hips back and bring the hips forward. If you need blocks for this, it's fine. Always use the props that make it work for you. And then you're going to start to move those hips in a circle. So kind of circle those hips around, maybe a few times one way, a few times the other way. And then I want you to hold the hips back, and you're going to walk the hands back a little bit and flex and point that front foot a couple of times. And then hold the flex and circle that foot. And then hold the flex, walk the hands forward. See if you can press the tailbone back and drop the head. You can always grab the foot if you like here, grab the toes. If you really want to have some fun and get into the outside of the leg, drop the right hand. Left hand crosses and grabs the blade of the foot. Release that bind. Now frame the foot. Tuck those back toes under and lift that back knee barely off the floor. And then you're going to push forward, keeping the knee up, and then push back, hovering that knee. Push forward, push back. Last time, push forward, and then kind of stagger step that foot forward, and then lift that back leg, coming into a forward fold with a split. Take that back leg, and you're going to exhale, pull the knee in, and inhale, lift it back. Exhale, pull, inhale, lift. Last time, exhale, pull, and lift. From here, slowly release that left foot towards the opposite side of the mat, coming into a wide stance. And then let your hips lean side to side. Leaning into one leg, bend that leg. You can kind of reach for the opposite foot while you bend in the other direction. Eventually making your way back to center. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, soften. Knees are soft, roll all the way up. Arms overhead, reach up, stretch up. And hands through midline, back to center. Okay, step the feet back together. We're going to do that chair pose, Kapalabhati again. So remember, knee between the legs. Block between the legs is what I'm trying to say, if you need it. So from here, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands through midline, sit back in your chair. So our belly bend to spine. Free that tailbone. You don't want to really exaggerate tucking that under. So from here, big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. All the way out. And then when you're ready, go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, lion's roar. All the way down. Soften the knees, lower the hips. Left elbow goes outside the right knee this time. Palms together, turn to the side. Lift the left heel. And start to step the left heel back, coming into that lunge. Try to keep that elbow outside the knee. Turning to the side. Strong in the back leg, strong in the front leg. Slowly release the knee, palms to center. Inhale up. Take the arms overhead. Exhale, hands behind you. Interlace the hands behind. For that humble warrior, so press the arms straight. From here, inhale, you can move up. For a balance challenge and an exhale. And just come down, shoulder towards the knee. Inhale slowly up. And exhale forward. Inhale, lift. Last time, come forward, and this time right shoulder drops, back heel grounds, and you're turning to the side. Looking up over that left shoulder up the ceiling. Inhale, release the bind as you come up, arms out from the shoulder. And then from here, drop the back hand down the back leg, front hand up. And then come forward, elbow to thigh, or hand to the ground, with that side angle. Make this just a moving meditation in and out. We can play with taking the front hand outside the lower leg. Next time you come through center, hold it here. Turn both feet, goddess other direction. I'm pivoting around so I don't face the wall. So arrange the feet where they feel like the knees and the feet track together. So from here, sinking those hips in goddess. Arms, palms up. A little bit more of a lotus mudra. So from here, inhale, straighten the hands up. Think about opening up to the universe, to the possibilities. And then exhale, pull the hands through midline, pulling that into the body. Elbows in close, tip the hands to the floor. And then inhale, sweep out. Lotus mudra up. And then palms together, elbows in, hands tip down. A couple more of those. Calling in what you want. Sealing it into the body with intention. One more time. And last one, this time when we come up, palms together halfway. So from here, hands to the thighs. And again, you're going to dip one shoulder, look over the other. Inhale through center, dip the other shoulder. Back to center, drop into that goddess, hold right here. So hold, strong in the legs, strong in the arms. And inhale, straighten the legs, reach up into that star. Exhale, arms from the shoulder, pivot on the back foot, turn towards knee. Coming back into that warrior two. And then from here, windmill the arms, coming forward into that low lunge. Step the front foot back. From your plank, you're going to rock forward, lower, move into up dog or cobra. Exhale over the toes, down dog. This time the left knee, left leg rises. Down dog split, left knee to the nose. Inhale, lift. Knee to elbow. And lift, knee to opposite. Stack the hips, roll that top hip open. Circle that foot and ankle. And then level the hips. Extend that left foot and bring the left foot to replace the left hand. Drop the back leg. Hands inside the front foot. From here, you're going to sink the hips back and then forward. So kind of try to lift the chest when you come forward and drop the head when you go back. And then when you're ready, make this a circle with the hips. Just kind of circling those hips around. Maybe 2 or 3 times one way in reverse set. And then eventually holding it back, walking the hands back. And then flex that foot and point that front foot. So flex the left foot, point it, flex. Now hold the flex and just kind of rock the toes side to side. You can even move the foot in a circle. 2 or 3 times, one way, switch direction. Hold that flex and just allow the body to just sink forward. Breathe into the back of the left leg. So you can stay here. You can grab the toes. If you want to, drop the left hand outside the mat. Right hand grabs the blade of that left foot. Release that bind. So now your hands are framing that foot. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee up into a little hover. And then keeping the back knee up, lean forward into a lunge. And then lean back. Flexing that front foot. Shift forward. Back. One more time. And then hold the lunge forward and just kind of stagger step the back foot forward. And then push off the back foot, lift it up into that forward fold of the split. From here, lift that back leg up. And then when you're ready, exhale, knee comes in, a little crunch. And then inhale, lift the leg back. Exhale, little crunch. Inhale, lift. One more time. Crunch. And lift. From here, slowly bring that right foot around to the opposite side of the mat. Step your feet to opposite corners. And again, sway side to side, shifting to one side. Then the other again, you can walk your hands to one leg, shift away, other side, and then switch. Just kind of take your time, warming up those legs. And back to center, soften those knees, belly button to the spine, inhale, roll up, all the way up. This time keep the arms overhead, hands clasped together, and you're going to lean to one side, come onto the toes of the opposite foot, and then back to center, drop the heel, and then lean the other way, coming up onto the toes, and back to center. Last time, look up, reach up, back bend if it feels okay. Inhale up, and exhale, dive into your foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower. This time, jumper step, both feet back to your down dog. So in your down dog, you're going to flip over onto the top of the right foot. Pour yourself through a plank. Stay in the plank if you have back issues, or sink the hips up dog. Right foot, top of the foot is down. Left toes are under. Make sure you're not pulling that right hip up. Keep the hips level. Lift that right leg if you can, and then come up and back. Down dog split. And circle that right knee, opening up that right hip. So it's like you're circling that right knee. A couple times one way, switch. And then lower that right foot. And then from here, you're going to flip over onto the top of the left foot. Move forward, stay in the plank, or sink the hips. Front dog, hips are level, lift the left leg up, come up and back. And bend that knee, circle that left knee. Maybe 3 times one way, 3 times the other. And back to center, drop that foot. This time you're going to lift the right leg, pull the right knee forward, moving into pigeon. So right knee is forward. You can take it to the right side of the mat, left. Foot is in front of the left hip. Extend the left leg back. If you need support in that right hip, a block is fine. Just if you use the block on one side, make sure you use it on the other. So from here, walk the hands in and lift that chest. And all the way up. And then from here, you're going to exhale, lead with the chin, and then melt the head. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chin leaves, melt. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, melt all the way down, elbows, forehead into your pigeon. So we hold a lot of stuff in the hips, so breathe into the right hip. You can kind of rock the hips side to side. If you want to make this a little stronger, you can brace yourself with your right hand, thread the left arm across, and turn your head towards the crook of the right elbow, kind of threading the needle. So if your hips are open and you're not feeling it enough here, feel free to make some adjustments. Wherever you are, breathe through discomfort, the urge to move. Breathe through anything that comes up that makes you feel uncomfortable and in motion. Keeping the jaw and teeth soft. See if you can sink into this hip this shape. Try to peel away with your breath the guarding, the bracing. What can you let go of? Last 3 breaths here. Big inhale through the nose. Big sigh through the mouth. All around. 2 more like that. Inhale nose. Exhale sigh. All around. 1 more time. Big inhale. Big sigh. Let it go. From here, inhale slowly up onto the elbows and then the hands. You can stay right here if you want to get a quad stretch, bend the straight leg, reach back, grab that foot, and pull that heel in to your hip if that feels okay. You can kind of rock and look back over the shoulder if you want to. And release that foot. And when you release that foot, any props off to the side, plant your hands. Tuck the back toes under and just lift and go back and shake that right leg out, bend and straighten it. Just kind of shake out in your head. Step, step. Lower your feet down, and when you're ready, we're going to pull forward into an up dog. You can have the toes under, you can have the tops of the feet down, whatever feels good on you and your back. From here, inhale up. This time, left leg rises, left knee forward, pigeon on the left. If you used a block on the other side, use it on this side. If you didn't, skip it. The reason for that is if you always use a block on your tighter side, it's always going to stay tighter. Your looser side is always going to stay looser, so we're kind of striving for balance. So from here, walk the hands in. Kind of level those hips, get them squared up. From here, exhale, melt. Chin leads, hold the chin in as you come up, and exhale forward, inhale lift, last time. And go ahead and melt forward and stay on the elbows. Head drops onto the hands, settle into your pigeon on this side, adjust the left foot forward or back as you need to. So you always want to go into an intense opener in stages. If you go too far too fast, your nervous system and your body will fight you. So try to ease yourself in, sort of level by level, layer by layer into your pigeon. Moving to the left hip. You can always thread the needle on this side if you want a deeper opener. Now let's back off and stay up on the elbows or the hands if you don't. Breathe through discomfort, breathe through the urge to move. Settle the mind, the body, breathing into the left hip. Trying to surrender anything that may be stuck in the left hip. Soften where you can, keep the jaw relaxed. Allow yourself to settle, surrender to the shape of the pose. Coming back to your intention or your mantra, if you like. Last 3 big breaths here. You're going to inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. All the way out through the mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, sigh. All the way out. Last one, big breath in. Exhale, sigh. All the way out. Carefully on an inhale, lift your head, make your way onto the elbows and the hands. You can stay right here, you can remove that block. So if you like, bend the back leg, reach back for that foot, that ankle. And if you want to pull that heel into the body and look back over that shoulder. Release that back foot. And tuck the back toes under, plant the hands, ground through those hands, lift the hips, take that left leg up and back, and just kind of shake out that left leg, let it go. And then when you're ready, lower the left foot. So I'm going to let you play. You can move through a couple of vinyasas of your choice if you like. You can also drop the knees and move into a child's pose, so you pick. You can move through a few vinyasas, a few flows, or come into your child's pose. It is your choice. Move and breathe as you choose, or stay still in your child's pose and breathe. Up to you. Last few breaths in your child's pose. And inhale, plant the hands, kind of push the mat away from you, drop your hips to one side and swing the legs forward. And we're going to come and do some low boat work here. So have your feet just slightly bent, heels down. And kind of rock onto the front edges of your sit bones. So hands in front. So from here, you're going to take a deep breath, and as you exhale, drop all the way down just above the mat into that low boat if you can. And then once you get here, you're going to come all the way around, tap the outside of one leg, come back, tap the outside of the other leg. So just a little side-to-side sweep. Yep, you got 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Back to center, hold those hands up, pick up one leg, then the other. Yep, for 2. Last one. And then see if you can hold them both up briefly. And slowly all the way down. Arms overhead, big reach. And exhale wherever you want. And just letting your body kind of settle in to gravity, looking up at the ceiling. And inhale, walk the feet in. Plant the feet and think about the width of your mat. A lazy windshield wiper. Drop your knees all the way to one side. Breathe, float, hold, and then center all the way to the other side. And truly allow your legs to sink totally into each side. If there's one side that you naturally feel like you want to hold a little longer, hold that side. And next time you come to center, knees together, that constructed rest pose. And play with kind of lifting the outer edge of the foot a little bit, rolling onto the inner big toe mound and the inner arch. Allow the lowest part of the spine, the tailbone, the sacrum to sink into the floor, kind of offering that part of your spine a little bit of a reset. Carefully release the knees. Heel toe the feet back, about hip width apart. Pull one knee and then the other into the body. Hug the knees in. Roll around on that spine so you can kind of massage the low back. If you want to, moving in that circle on that left spine. You can do happy baby here if you want, down an ankle. Just kind of go for whatever feels good in your back. You can extend both legs up to the ceiling. Kind of piking out those legs towards you, grabbing the toes. You can move them into a straddle. So just have a little bit of play time here to kind of go after where your body may need those last little stretches. You can grab the insides of the knees and let the knees drop open. Holding onto the tops of the knees, you can kind of circle, kind of getting that femur, little rotation in the hip socket. So whatever's kind of calling your name, go for it. And then hug the knees in together. Go ahead and extend the left leg long. And plant the right foot inside or outside that knee, and then pull it across, moving into a reclining twist. Right arm comes out from the shoulder, left knee is pulled across the body. You can look at the ceiling, you can look at the opposite hand, wherever you like. Just hold it here and breathe. Allow the position, the shape, to wring out tension in the spine and the low back and the hips. And last little thing here, leave the knee where it is, drop the left elbow, and try to use the left elbow to pull the left ribs a little bit more to the left, and then look at that right hand. Last little hold right here. Slowly look back up at the ceiling, roll onto your back, release the right foot down. Plant both feet bent and kind of adjust the hips back to center, give them a little wiggle. And a little wiggle, kind of a little reset. And then extend the right leg long. Left foot is going to come either inside or outside that knee. Pull it across. And again, same thing. Reach the left arm out. You can look at the ceiling or at the left hand. And just try to find a space, a place where you can relax into the shape. And think about wringing out something out of this side of the spine, this direction. Breathing into the back. Allowing your body to surrender to gravity, to sort of relax and let go into the shape. Big, deep belly breaths. the knee where it is, drop the right arm, dig the right elbow, and kind of pull the right ribs further to the right, and then look at the left knee and left shoulder. Slowly inhale, rolling onto your back. Release both feet to the mat. Bending the legs, picking up the hips, lining them up with the shoulders. You can pull the knees into the body one more time to release the back, and then make your way into your Shavasana position of choice. Extending the legs to opposite corners of the mat if you like. If you have any props that you want to use them. If there's any other position that you want to use, go for it. Arms relaxed. To adjust for the neck and the shoulders, you can push the elbows in and lift the upper back, pull the shoulder blades down the back, and you can extend the occiput up towards the short end of the top of the mat. Allowing for space in the neck and the shoulders. And just close your eyes or soften your gaze, your drishti, to where you're not focused on anything. And just start to allow your body to start to get the message that we're moving into the rest and digest portion of class. Coming back to those deep low belly breaths. But I don't want you to try to breathe in a certain way. Just let your breath find its own rhythm. Letting go of the trying, the doing, the effort. And shifting into that place where you can digest the benefits, the fruits of your labor, your practice. Just let yourself be present, mindful and aware of this moment, this Shavasana, this breath. Content to be exactly where you are.
changing a thing. Just take a few breaths and really notice how you're feeling on a physical level, noticing sensations in the body. Check in with your subtle energetic body. That low level hum, buzz in the body, see if anything feels like it might be shifted or moved. No right or wrong answer, and then check in with the mind. Stay with the mind. Coming back to your intention or your mantra. I want you to think about setting one for the rest of your day. How do you want to move for the rest of the day? And just sealing that into the body, the heart, the mind with the intention. Kind of wrapping it around you like a force field, a bubble, maybe a favorite blanket, a hug of a loved one. Kind of wrapping it around you, sealing it into that body. Setting a tone from the inside out. And then when you're ready, you can ease into movement slowly with fingers, toes. You can open and close your hands. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, roll over onto the side of your choice. When you get onto your side, I want you to have a moment of gratitude for your body and all it does for you. See if you can make a commitment to take care of that body, to treat it as if it were a best friend, treat it well, care for it well. It's the only one that you get. Keeping the eyes closed on an inhale, carefully push your way up into a sitting or kneeling position. When you get your palms together in front, and I want you to open the fingers, keeping the thumb and the pinky together, sort of in that lotus mudra, and the base of the wrists are together. And just lift the hands up overhead and kind of think about opening up to the universe. All possibilities that may be out there. Letting go of the expectations of how things should go and open up to being curious and spontaneous. And then I want you to seal that in as you bring the fingers together, palms together, and bring the hands all the way down to the chest and front, touching that heart. On your next exhale, just bow the head forward towards the hands. Allow the eyes to open and adjust to light and color. And when you're ready, lift your head all the way up. Namaste. And now